Women's Film and Television was one of the supporters of the film with something called the Cornelia Ravenel Grant. But I want to use this time to really ask as many questions as I can. The first thing is, for those of you who are unfamiliar, how long did it take you to make this film?
It took me, actually not me, but the whole team, 7 years. I started working on a film, on a script in September 2015. Remember, what did you do in 2015? That was a long time ago. In that year, we thought we would have a woman president next year, right? Remember the time? And since then, what happened? So many things happened, including war and another war, and pandemic, and all these horrible things. When I look back at 2015, I find it a very innocent time. Although, of course, it wasn't. But so yeah, animation takes a long time and a lot of pain and a lot of fundraising, as you can see in the credits. Are any backers here? We had 1,600. Thank you. Thank you. We had 1,685 backers and over a 7-year period. And so if not for them, we wouldn't be here. If not for your organization, we wouldn't be here. So, it takes a village to make a film.
So 7 years. And how much, I have to say, I've seen the film 3 times, but I wanted to see it on the big screen. And one of my favorite scenes is, well, I love the device of when she turns into a cat and she scratches. Because half my life, I always envision myself as a lion, and I try not to yell, but the inside is the lion. So I love this depiction. But I love the scene where the angels are saying, tick tock, he won't be back. He won't be back. And she's scratching the walls and going crazy. Tell us a little bit about that particular scene and what made you come up with that approach.
Oh, that's a very good question. First of all, what does the cat signify, right? Why Zelma turns into a cat and not, let's say, a deer or what, And so for me, a cat is a metaphor to represent a part of Zelma that she's trying to deny herself. So the cat is an animal, is a creature who has a very strong sense of dignity and of self-agency. If you want to pet a cat and she doesn't want to be pet, you will not pet a cat. If you want her to sit on your lap, if she doesn't want to sit on your lap, she wouldn't sit on your lap. It's like, my body, my choice, right? Isn't that a... And so, for me, Zelma tries to deny this cat. She wants to walk away. She says, if I express my cat, I wouldn't be loved. You express your lion, you wouldn't be loved. And so that fear of not being loved and being expelled and excluded propels her to deny it, but she cannot deny it. It's inside her. And so when she feels humiliated, like in this case, or really, really upset, the cat comes out and scratches the wallpaper. And the thing is that there was a relationship with time. I wanted to show the passage of time, but without boring audience. And I think that when these, I don't call them angels, they are evil sirens.
Oh, evil sirens.
No. They are I call them mythology sirens. They come in, and so I wanted to have a song that counts the time, but that you as an audience understand that the 3 days passed before her husband came back. So it's like tick tock, and you know that when it tick and tock, it's just like the time, and so yeah.
Wonderful. Another question I had was, how did you select the animals she became? Because I don't know if it's a walrus or a seal, and then she goes back and forth, and I was like, oh my goodness, how did she select that one character, if you will? How did you select the animals that she becomes?
Yeah, it's actually is in language. This it's a particular seal. It's a seal, And this particular seal in Russian and in Latvian is called sea cat.
Oh.
So it's a cat, but it's like a swimming cat. And so she dives into the other sea, like her boundaries between bodies for her disappear. She's so much in love that she becomes one with Sergei, and so she dives into him, dives out, and all these like beautiful descriptions of what she feels. But you know, like seal is a I felt a seal was a perfect animal to show that feeling of love, of the floatiness, like floating into the, and also water is an ancient symbol of emotions. And so then floating in the water, you know, and being content, that was the animal for that.
Understood. The other aspect that really, again, device that really caught my eye was when she was unhappy, how her footsteps sounded. When she was happy, how they sounded. When she was moving forward. Tell us a little bit about how you played with motion and sound of her heels.
Well, that you have to ask the Foley artist. You know, we did the sound work. I have to say is astounding. Like honestly, you know, if you know, the film, I'm like sometimes feeling that visuals could have been better, you know, because you know it's a low budget production. But we did the sound in the best European sound production studio, Philophone in Luxembourg. And that studio, I was like, I never worked with such a professional studio before. And they brought in a Foley artist from France who would be about room this size and screen, but even bigger than this. And he would bring these boxes and boxes of objects to make sound with. And when I have some pictures from the studio, it looks like a pile of garbage, right? You know, like old shoes. He had like I don't know, like 101, just one shoe. He needed only one shoe, and then he would stand there in front of the microphones, right? And he would look at the screen and go like, clack, like this, like with one shoe, like make steps, right? And it was just amazing, and you could see that he's a true artist, and he's looking at an image, and he says, "Oh, I know exactly where to find this," and he goes in the pile of garbage, and he knows exactly where to what shoe or whatever pull out and put in. And you know, the sound, like visuals hit you consciously, but sound hits you subconsciously, and you caught it, you know, like you it came to your surface, and you said, "Oh, there is a change in this," right? But most of the people, I mean, they just say, "Oh, there's you know, the character is feeling this way or that way," you know. But it takes a sound artist to create that feeling.
I don't know if any of you, but you know, we grew up in America looking at hearts and what does hearts, you know, the symbol of a heart and what it means. And in this film, I kept on saying, you stretch the heart, you move the heart, you make it all different sort of um, symbols, if you will. Tell us a little bit about. I kept on thinking when I first saw the proposal a long time ago, how many sketches does she have to do to finish this film? And so that was a question I had. And also the device of the heart. How many, if, I don't know if you know, how many sketches of hearts did you have to do?
Just the hearts? I don't know about hearts. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. No, I should go back. I have about 60,000 drawings.
For the film?
Yeah, for the film. Actually, I was
60,000.
Yeah, I was going to give away 2 drawings today. So these are the original drawings from the artwork. Should we? Yeah.
Yeah, we should. I just want to show it to folks because her work is so
beautiful,
amazing, and this is why we at NYE, with New York Women Film and Television, support artists at all levels. But this is such an amazing piece. So if you said